Hey guys, today we are on a video that is very sensitive. A video that is not making me smile. Oh my god. I'm not going to smile on doing this video because there's nothing to smile about. And I'm trying to see it where the light is not going to be a problem. Now, this video is all about um, a child going missing. A child going missing after the mother differed with the father. And there was that tug of war, father asking if why the wife is going with the child. They had only this one son. And the mother swore that I can never go without my child. It is you who has caused all the problems that have made us separate. But then the father says, you cannot go with my child. So whose child is this? Does the child belong to the mother or to the father? And that's the topic of the day, because this child has been abducted, if I should say. Nobody knows whether now the child has gone with the mother, because the mother already left. But the mother says she's not the one with the child. And the father says, bring back my son, you went with him. There's this fear, especially now during the abductions, that this child may have been abducted, but obviously this child is not a child of age, so that fear is not there. But that child is not with the mother, neither is it with the father. So the story goes like this, guys. When the parents were, you know, talking it out in the presence of their son, arguing it out that you are not the one who is going to go with the child, and the child was listening in the other room and heard the mother say that she can never leave the child with the father. And the father was like, you're not going with my child. The child is mine. So there was this argument that the child listened in and heard. And later, the mother left, but says she did not go with the kid. But the father says the kid did not come home in the evening. So it's sad, and that's why I'm not smiling, guys. It's sad because nobody knows where this child is at the moment. And it is very sad when we argue in the presence of our children, because these children are listening in and they are hearing our dispute. They are hearing what we are saying. And if they are the subject of the matter, they will obviously take sides. You know, children will obviously take sides, especially if the child is old enough to understand where the argument is coming from, or where the problem is coming from. The child will take sides. And especially if the father has been fighting the mother, sometimes even beating the mother in the presence of the child will take sides. And let me also tell you something, that a boy child is very connected to the mother, and a girl child is connected to the father. I don't know why this is the case, but you'll find that the girl children are connected so much to the fathers. But the boy child will always say, hey, my mom, my mom. And that's why even when they grow up, a boy child will not let the mother be touched. A boy child would rather even send money to the mother before sending to the father. That is what happens. But a girl child will at least squeeze in the father there. And you know how fathers are also with their girl children. They love them so much. And this is a good thing. So in this case, this particular case has brought in an issue that is not small. It is an issue that has brought in suspicion, fear, and it is now becoming a problem, because the mother says, I did not go there with the child, and the child is 8 years old. So nobody knows where this child is. This child is not able to go anywhere alone, especially being in the city, because this is a case where the parents are in the city. And this man is now again saying, I'm taking the case to the police station. You have to produce my son. And the mother is like, whose son is he? Okay, I'm not with the child, but whose son is he? And that is where we are with this video. When we argue and fight over our children, whose children are they? Are these not our children? Who is more parent than the other when it comes to mother and father? Who has the right to say this is my child more than the other? Does the child belong mostly to the father or to the mother, or how do I put it? Is the child the father's or the mother's? Who has the right of our child amongst the two parents? And especially a child who is 80 years old or less, who has got more light. And now it adds all ends up becoming a court case, because obviously when the court rules, the father will not be given the custody of the child because this child is a minor, and the child has to be with the mother, you know. But the father is saying, leave my child alone. Most of the times the fighting comes in with the parents accusing each other of infidelity. And a man will always throw a word and say, when you go to your men, I don't want you to go with my child. And when it ends up that way, the child hears and is like, hey, is my mom having another man other than my dad? This child still doesn't understand much. But then this father fights and says, don't take my child to your men, the men that you are seeing. And then the mother is like, also, when accusing the husband of infidelity, the mother is also like, you have been seeing women out there, and I don't want you to take my son, because the woman you will marry will not bring up my child the way I would want my child to be brought up. So now that we are parting ways, I want to go with my burden, and my child is my child, because you are going to marry and you are going to get children with that woman that you are going to marry. And this becomes now a case where surely it is ugly, very ugly, especially when the children are young. And I don't know what to say, because the person who serve us are the children. But obviously, I will not, as a mother, stand here and determine this case. But I'll tell you guys, just tell me, go down in the comment section and let us deliberate on this issue. Are you gonna leave your child with a man or your husband, so that when he marries another woman, your child is under the custody of another woman? Because obviously when you go, the man will marry. The man will never stay alone. He will marry. And that woman who will come, maybe will come with her own children, or will come and get other children of hers with your husband. So, what would you suggest? And you men, what do you think happens? Oh, those are birds or what? Monkeys on top of the tree. My God. What do you think happens, you women? Do you also go and get married, maybe to a man with other children, And when you get married to a man with other children, you have come in with your child. Do you think this child of yours will get equal love with the children of the man that has married you? Or are you going to remain single? Because if you remain single, then it's okay. You're going to bring up your own child alone. Are you going to remain single in this life? And if your child is 8 years, then I'm imagining you are not very old. Maybe you may look for somebody to marry you. And if you get married, if you remain single, if you get married, are you going to be married to a person that has never had a child? Maybe you can get married to a person who has never had a child. Then you would be very lucky. But if you get married to a person who has got children, it is going to be also an issue. And that is why the husband is saying, don't go with my child. I don't want my child to be mixed with other people's children. I'm able and capable of taking care of my child. And guys, this now becomes a problem. This now becomes a problem. But anyway, the problem now is that the child has gone missing, and it is going to be a police case. You people are going to hearing it on TV very soon, because it has to be reported. The child has been looked for. It's Christmas season. They thought the child maybe has gone to the grandparents' home, and then they said, okay, this is an 8-year-old child. This child cannot be able to travel all the way to the village. He has never even traveled alone. And then he has not gone to any of the relatives' place, because everybody has looked for this child everywhere. and he has not been seen or he has not been found. Where is this child? Where is the child? Now, both parents are accusing each other of making the child go missing. But let me ask you, would the do you remember the story of the Bible when two women were fighting over a child, and King Solomon said, "Bring the knife, and I'll cut this child into two, so that each parent goes with a piece of a child." And the real mother said, "Okay, please don't cut the child. Just give this other one the child, because this was her child, and she would rather have lost the child maybe to the other woman, but not to have her child may be cut into pieces." So in this case, um, the situation is becoming funny, because uh, the father is accusing the mother of not even sound looking worried. And it is the mother that should be looking very, very worried anyway, you know. And the father is also, the mother is also accusing the husband of having hidden this child, maybe in the girlfriend's home. In the girlfriend's home, how do you take your child to your girlfriend's house? You know, you may differ with your wife, but you cannot take your own child from the mother to the girlfriend's home and hide him there. So the situation is very ugly, guys. You may think it's a story, but it is happening. It is true. It is happening. This child should come out, because if he doesn't come out, these parents are not going to have sleepless nights, and they may end up now. The case will end up with the police, which actually, as I'm talking now, these parents may be in the police station, both of them, because every parent is accusing the other of having the plan to take away this child. So, guys, mine is just to wish that child is well. I know the child is safe, but somewhere. And anyone who is hosting this child, because this is a case that you guys are gonna hear on the news. If anyone is hosting this child, please let the child go back to the parents. And when the child goes back to the parents, I would please request the parents to agree on how this child will be safe. And I think the child should go with the mother, if the mother is at all going. But if they can resolve their differences, it would be better if they continue remaining as a family. Because if even this child doesn't have still very young, doesn't have why would the child suffer not having even the father near him, or even the mother? This child needs the two parents and loves both of them, because the child is not able to determine who is right or who is wrong. Obviously, the child loves both of them. If you could agree, you parents, for the sake of your children, you had better just stay together. So whoever has seen a missing child in Nairobi, or is hampering a child who do not belong to them, please give them back to the parents. And guys, this is a story that you are gonna be hearing in the news, because it was just something that somebody came reporting to me that is happening in the neighborhood, and I decided to talk about it. So guys, again, as usual, I request that you subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and give this video a like. And please share and comment, make a sweet comment, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.